What up, fight fans? So this weekend, January 17th, live on Showtime, I won't even say arguably, without a doubt, one of the most anticipated American heavyweight title fights in recent memory is going to happen with Bermane Stiverne and Deontay Wilder getting it on. While Stiverne is of Haitian descent, he does fight out of America, but this is the first time, at least for me, where I'm actually intrigued about a heavyweight fight. And being that it's for the green strap, you know, it just adds to it. Now, what I will say is that this fight isn't going to determine who the real heavyweight champion of the world is, because the green strap usually signifies, or I should say symbolizes who the real champion of the division is. But in this case, we obviously know it's still Vladimir Klitschko. But this fight really could be a precursor to what could be one of the big heavyweight fights since maybe Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko. But both guys don't have a lot of big names on their resume, particularly Wilder. We've seen Stiverne in the ring with Chris Arreola twice. He won both fights twice, and in the second fight, he, you know, no disrespect to Arreola, but he beat the shit out of him and took him out. Both guys have power. When I look at both of them, though Wilder has, you know, obviously the Olympic experience. He won a bronze medal in the 2008 Beijing Olympics. I still think Stiverne, at least, you know, in my opinion, looks like a little more of a polished fighter as far as how he throws his shots, you know, for a heavyweight. And with Wilder, you obviously see the athleticism, and mind you, he didn't step into a boxing ring till I think he was around 19 years old. So, you know, he was kind of a late bloomer, similar to Sergio Martinez. And it's kind of funny as well because he's also an athlete as well, more than he is a conventional boxer. So how is this fight really going to play out? You know, I look at it really as a genuine 50-50 fight for several reasons, but particularly both guys have power. This is the heavyweight division, and one shot can change everything. Now, when I look at who I think can implement a good strategy, I'm maybe leaning towards Stiverne. He's obviously fought the better competition, even if it means one guy, because love or hate Chris Arreola, he is a good fighter, you know, for the most part. But Deontay Wilder, I've seen instances where he's kind of left out, you know, looking lazy a little bit and getting caught. But at the same time, Stiverne has been knocked out before. I think his 10th or 11th fight, I forgot. Like, he got knocked out in like the 4th round or something. So he's been knocked out before, and you know, Deontay Wilder, he's going into this fight thinking like, there's no way this dude can stop me, and Stiverne really is thinking the same thing. And when I match him up, though, I look at the size and I look at the reach that Deontay Wilder has, and I look at how Stiverne applies his offense and how he just slowly creeps his shots in there. And again, like, both of these guys have power. I think Stiverne is a little more calculated, and I think throughout the course of the fight, at some point, I think Deontay is going to leave himself out there, and he's going to do it against the wrong guy in Stiverne. And I see Stiverne getting a late round knockout, probably like 8th or 9th round. With Deontay Wilder, though, I'm picking Stiverne, but it won't shock me at all for Deontay Wilder to land a looping right hand and take Stiverne out just the same. You know, and I think this is why the fight is so intriguing, because again, with heavyweight boxing in America, I mean, it had such a following because when you're dealing with two guys that have the power that Stiverne and Wilder have, it's really anybody's game. or I should say fight. But in this case, I'm gonna go with Stiverne only because like I said, I think he's a little more calculated, and I think at some point he's gonna land. I don't think Wilder uses his reach to his advantage, and again, this is, you know, if you look at it, this is a big step in competition even for Deontay Wilder. So it's just when I put the intangibles together, I really am I gotta go with Stiverne in this case. I think with both of them, they have enough power where this fight shouldn't go 12 rounds. So I'm looking for a Stiverne knockout in the 8th or 9th round, and I would say a back and forth fight. So let me know what you think this Saturday on Showtime. I'm excited for the fight. And unfortunately, though, I won't be watching it live because shout out to my best friend getting married finally. But I will not be looking at anything, no Twitter, you know, shutting the phone off, and I'll be having it ready for me when I get home. So we'll see what happens. So as I always say, subscribe, hit the links, and I'll be back with you soon.